What if the United States of America started a Formula One team? This is the third episode now where I go through different countries that start a Formula One team, going through liveries, drivers, overalls, sponsors, etc. They wouldn't compete in the Formula One Championship. These different countries, it would be more like the Olympics for other sports, as motor racing was in the Olympics 100 years ago. It would be a spec series, so all countries are on an even playing field, as I think development for an event like this would be unfair on the rich countries. I'm going to take drivers from current teams across all different motorsports, as well as team principals. I know this is not 100% realistic because of the logistics, but I think this would be a bit of a fun concept to consider. So as we did with France, I'm going to first go over the team overalls and sponsors. Now for the sponsors, I've gone with the classic American companies like Chevrolet, supermarkets like Target and Walmart, and the beer company Coors. I've gone for the Chevrolet logo on the front. I think this is a big standout logo and it's a big car manufacturer in America. We've got the smaller logos on the top and the Walmart logo on the back. We've gone for the red, white and blue like the American flag, and we've got the stripes also similar to the flag. These overalls clearly represent the United States of America flag, and yeah, I think this colour scheme will be used throughout. Now onto the drivers, who are arguably the most important part of this team as it's a spec series. There are actually 0 American Formula 1 drivers at the moment, and the last was in 2015 with Alexander Rossi. He's currently driving an IndyCar for Andretti, and he's performed pretty well over this time, although he's had a bit of a fall off in the recent years. He has also had 5 Formula 1 starts, and his most notable win in IndyCar came as a rookie when he won the historic 100th run-in of the Indy 500 in dramatic fashion as he coasted across the finish line running on fumes. In 2018 he finished second with 3 wins, and he had great pace across the season. 2020 looked a bit worse, and in 2021 he finished 10th, and Andretti didn't adapt well to the new regulations. After weeks of speculation, we now know, as of recording this, that Alexander Rossi will be driving for the McLaren SP IndyCar team for the next 3 years. Rossi's decision to leave Andretti Autosport seemed inevitable, and McLaren still obviously see there is potential in him. The next driver we're going to consider is Carlton Herter. Ultimately, since the introduction of the Aeroscreen device in 2020, the year Herter contested his second full season in IndyCar, he has been consistently Andretti's best driver, overshadowing the hot property that is Alexander Rossi. Another driver that is also American is Logan Sergeant. He's an American racing driver completing in the FIA Formula 2 Championship with Carlin, and he's a member of the Williams Driver Academy. I think the 2 drivers I'm going to choose for this team will be Alexander Rossi and Carlton Herter. They both drive for the same IndyCar team, and I think they both have the most talent to lead this Formula 1 team. Moving on now to team principal, and I know Olympic teams typically don't have a coach that's from that country, but for this video we're sticking with the theme of all members being from that country. Now there is only one clear option for me, and that is Zak Brown. On November of 2016, Zak Brown was announced as an executive director of McLaren Technology. On April 10, 2018, Zak Brown became the chief executive officer of McLaren Racing as part of the operational restructure of the McLaren Group. As CEO, Brown has overall responsibility of the business, including strategic decision, operational performance, marketing and commercial development. I think he's done an absolutely brilliant job, and he's brought in 2 world-class drivers to the team currently. I know he's the CEO, not the team principal, but his role clearly overlaps with this title. This post from Vampforce on Reddit shows McLaren's performance over the past 40 odd years. You can see here in 2016 when Zak Brown came in, and he's clearly turned his team around, and they are now fighting at the front of midfield, and last year Lando was actually fighting for quite a few race wins. I think Zach Brown is the best option for this team principal role. Next, going over the team name and logo. I'm going with USA Racing and keeping it simple with the red, white and blue with the star and the stripes. Now for the team colours, as mentioned, we're sticking with the red, white and blue of the United States of America flag. I think these are the obvious colours and they run this in all aspects of their sports, like the Olympics, their football teams and all other sports really. There weren't any other colours that really stood out as American, so this is what I'm using for the livery and I use for the overalls. So let's go through the reserve drivers for this team. First on the list is Logan Sergeant, as mentioned before. He's competing in Formula 2 and he is currently a member of the Williams Driver Academy. There is also Juan Correa. In 2019 he was a development driver for Alfa Romeo and he's currently 9th in his second season in Formula 3. There is also Kalen Frederick, who is an American F1 race car driver competing in Formula 3 Championship. He was the last champion of the British Formula 3 Championship in 2020 also. I think for a reserve driver, you need someone with the most experience, and for this, I'm probably going to go with Logan Sergeant. I think he's got the most experience with driving a Formula 1 car at this current stage. Last but not least, let's look at the car livery. Now, Great Britain, France and United States of America have all used the red, white and blue colour scheme, so it's been a bit difficult trying to get these cars to stand out. As I've been designing them on Formula 1 2021 game, there's not much choice with liveries and customization. I've tried to keep it with the United States of America flag theme with the stripes. We've got the white side pods in the front wing, the blue nose and the red rear of the car. Let me know what you think of this design and thank you for watching to the end of the video. I'm going to be uploading more videos of different countries in this series, so please stick around. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you could like and subscribe, that would help the channel grow massively. Thanks for watching.